I don't think that Sam Goodman did enough to win. I think he needed round number 11 to secure it, or at least secure a draw, and I don't think he did enough. And also, I guess you can consider this, even though it's in Saudi Arabia, Nick Ball's turf to an extent, multiple Riyadh season cards, matchroom fighter. He has some stake, or Turkey Al Sheikh has some stake in him. So here's the thing. Coming into this fight, when I first heard it was announced, I was like, wait a minute. Sam Goodman has a chance to pull this off, because what I seen in his performance against Riyadh Salim a few years ago versus what I've seen, even though he's had better competition, with Nick Ball versus Ray Vargas and Ray Ford, I thought to myself, like, hey, if he stays composed and focused and box, because look, what do you see here in this tail of the tape? Nick Ball is 5'2", and he fights in burst. Yes, he's dynamic, but in reality, he's not really known to be a big puncher. He's just known more so to be dynamic. And that's why they calling him Little Mike Tyson. He'll fight in burst like that. And also, he's very good if he needs to do enough, or to look like he's doing enough to get the rounds or the steal rounds. So I'm really interested to see how these cards are going to look, and do not be surprised if there's some shadiness on the cards. For example, you see a super wide Nick Ball card. I will be even really shocked if I see a Sam Goodman wide card. But a lot of these rounds were very close to score, you know, and it all depends on what the judges were looking for. One judge may have liked the sweet science, smooth boxing of Sam Goodman. You know, another judge may like the tenacity, higher volume punch output, ferociousness, you know, come forward, aggressor style of Nick Ball. It depends on what you're looking for. So let's go listen to the cards, get my colleague Big J from Australia on the line later on, and we're going to go from there. Let's see. They're taking long to get the cards together. That's how you know it's going to be some bullshit. Let's turn it up. Take your time out. Please drop a like.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Jose Roberto Torres scores it 117 to 111. Judge Michel Maxiuta scores it 118 to 110. And Judge Enrico Licini scores it 115 to 113.
There you go.
All for your winner by unanimous decision. And still,
two wacky cards. Wacky cards.
The world, Nick the Wrecking Ball.
So did I hear that correct?
Does retain his world featherweight title for the third time of asking.
Did I hear that correct? Did I hear 118, 111? No, 118, 110, 117, 111, and a 115, 113. I can live with that. The other ones I can't. Let's listen to the post-fight interview.
Again, we'll try to get in the ring where Big Dev's getting to.
I knew it.
Nick Ball.
However,
but Adam,
Sam Goodman's stock has risen.
Big scorecard, big difference in the scorecards. I would say that much.
Dev, over to you.
Okay, Nick Ball and still WBA featherweight champion. How was that for you tonight?
It was good. Obviously, and still a world champ, but probably weren't the best performance of mine. Honest opinion, yeah. But the main thing is we got the job done, and still champion, yeah.
It was a very fan-friendly fight. You say it wasn't the best of you tonight. What didn't you do so well, in your opinion?
Yeah, here's the cards.
Probably got into it a bit too much. Most of them were on the gloves, but I'll have to watch it back. But as you said, the main thing, yeah, fan-friendly. That's what it's all about, innit? Everyone enjoying what they're watching. So, yeah, that's all good.
That's what you guarantee. It felt like maybe the championship rounds is when you maybe just started to pull away. Was that key, that fitness, that championship rounds experience?
Yeah, that's what champions do. No matter what situation you're in, always come through it.
So what now? Because you've defended this belt 3 times. There's other belts out there. One of them maybe you should already have. But there's also Naoya Inoue, talk of him coming up. What do you want to do, Nick?
I just want to keep fighting, keep improving what I've always been doing. There's the men there for that, so best speaking to them, and I'm ready to just keep fighting and focusing on myself, and obviously being with the big names, the title fights. That's the main key.
How much did it mean to once again fight here? Whenever you fight here in Riyadh, it's a special fight, and it turns into a brilliant, brilliant fight.
Yeah, it's not just a special fight; it's a special trip. Every time I come over here, yeah, it's special to me. Yeah, it's like my second home. So I appreciate everyone who's come out and support, and my own team. Yeah, it means a lot to me. I wouldn't be here without any of them.
Congratulations, Nick, and still.
And still, thanks, Dev.
Sheesh. So one judge gave only 2 rounds, and the other judge only 3 rounds to Sam Goodman. Disgraceful. 115, 113 was actually my card. You know, those last 2 rounds, Sam Goodman didn't close it out. You know, he tried to. He didn't close it out strong enough, in my opinion. But now let's go look at the rankings really quickly before we get Big J on the line. Let's see here. Let me message him now. Let's see here. By the way, Inoue would be both of these guys. And he's not moving to 126 anytime soon, at least for another year, give or take. Probably maybe around this time next year, give or take. He'll be moving up there. So let's see here. Here's Nick Ball. Here's his mandatory. Marco Coolio. Angelo Leo's the IBF. Stephen Fulton. Look, WBC's got 3 champions? Like, why they bringing back all these belts? Like, look at this chaotic mess. There's, 7 champions within 4 belts? Disgraceful. Wait a minute. And didn't Brandon Figueroa pick up an interim title with some shit? I forgot. Somebody remind me if there was a title fight or not. Well, anyway, what's next for Nick Ball? Will he be able to get Shushu Carrington? But then why was, Stephen Fulton, they got to figure out what they're doing with that situation. Rafael Espinoza, the division's a mess. The division, it's a mess. So who would I like to see it be? I would like to see it be Stephen Fulton. That's who I would like to see. But it's not looking likely. Political, and I understand that the Saudis can, got the money to make moves happen, but the division's a mess. But yeah, 115, 113 was my score. As far as Sam Goodman, I guess, try to get another crack. It's not going to be a rematch. Maybe he should go. I can see him getting a title shot in another 2-3 fights. Who should he try to go after? Could he beat Angelo Leo, Sam Goodman? Could he beat Angelo Leo? I think from what I've seen tonight, I think so. Could he beat Fulton? I don't think so. Could he beat Shushu Carrington? I don't think so. Ray Vargas, iffy. Rafael Espinoza, I don't know. The division is kind of pretty much up for grabs, and as you can see, Nick Ball, don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's not he's not dominant. I can see him being a unified champion, but I can't see him being an undisputed champion at the weight, if that kind of makes sense. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm Teach You Controversy with Fight View 360. All right, we got Big J on the line, and we talked a little bit. Unfortunately, we thought we were recording, but we're just going to have to start all over. So, basically, we were talking about, first of all, what did you think of the cards? Let's just jump into that. 118, 110, 117, 111, and the final judge got it right, in my opinion, 115, 113 for Nick Ball.
Well, I think those cards were a fucking disgrace, and those judges should be taken out and given a fucking hide themselves. I'd even have it 115, 114 for Ball, because I think he won, but barely won. It wasn't a dominating win. So those scorecards have pissed all over the effort of Sam Goodman, who, remember, first world title fight, first fight at featherweight division, and he puts on a performance where it was an extremely close fight. I had Ball winning, but I'm talking barely winning. Like, as I said, 115, 113, 115, 113. You could even argue that Sam probably got robbed. I mean, I don't think so because I don't think Sam did enough to win the fight.
Well, I mean,
but those
go ahead.
117, 111, 118, 110, they just pissed all over the effort of Sam because people are going to look at the cards and go, oh, Nick Ball easily dealt with this guy. He's not worth shit.
Yeah, and two judges combined only gave Sam 5 rounds.
Well, that's bullshit. I mean,
5 rounds
I had
combined.
6 rounds, 5-1 draw.
Yeah.
So
and the rounds were close. There were no clear dominating rounds by either fighter. And as I was explaining in the beginning of the video, it all depends on what the judges were looking for. And 2 of those judges clearly saw that aggression from Nick Ball as scoring shots, even though a lot of it, as you can see, because of his height, wasn't really getting in. It looked good, but none of them were buzzing Sam, or you can see a lot of those shots, as you were saying, were hitting on the gloves or not fully getting through the guard.
Well, and the other factor is at the end of the fight, Ball's bleeding. Sam looked like he'd barely been touched.
Yeah, he did have that cut.
And Sam, the second round, that jab was so effective. I don't know why he didn't do that. If he did that the rest of the fight, he would have won easy. All he had to do was stand back, left jab, stand back, left jab. Ball just kept running into it.
Yeah.
So,
but at that 5'2" frame, that's how Nick Ball has to fight, and that's why when I saw that Riyadh Salim fight, I thought to myself, like, hey, you know what? Nick Ball, Sam Goodman has a chance if he's able to weather the storm the first few rounds, first 4 rounds, and he's able to maintain composure, stay off the ropes, and jab. He has a good chance, and he did that. He boxed. But, it was when he tried to engage and he got flat-footed and tried to stand in the pocket is where Nick Ball started racking up points.
Exactly. And the other thing that saved Sam, saved Sam, if Nick Ball was 5'5", he would have knocked Sam out. Because if you look at a lot of those punches, Nick Ball missed him because of his height and his reach, and Sam just moved out of the way.
Yeah.
So against a tall man that can hit, I don't think Sam's going to do as well as what he did against Ball. But, for an Australian who's never fought at featherweight, first world title fight, that was a pretty good performance, honestly. I mean, he should hold his head up high. I mean, the judges have pissed all over his effort, which is a joke because, okay, Nick Ball won, but at least make the cards, give him some credit. I mean, even when the commentary says the cards aren't fair, there's something fucking not right.
Yeah.
So,
well, he's got the loss on his record, but his stock has risen. So that division, as I was looking at the rankings, for example, they got 7 champions in the division. And if Brandon Figueroa has the WBA regular belt, then my understanding is there's 8 champions in the division. WBC has 3, WBA has 3. IBF Angelo Leo, WBO Rafael Espinoza. So there's no real dominating fighter in the division. And Sam Goodman, he has options because he's connected with PBC through No Limit, and clearly he can fight on the Saudi card. No Limit works with Matchroom, or they'll work with Queensberry. So I'm interested to see where he's going to go, and hopefully they don't bullshit around with him and have him go back to that domestic circle over there in Australia and have him fight behind paywalls on pay-per-views where we can't watch him over here in the States. Because you got to ride off. They got to ride off of that type of momentum before, as you said, fans forget really who Sam Goodman was and what he did, and they just look at that record and say, oh, he lost 118, 110. He lost 117, 111.
Exactly. So that is going to, as I said, piss all over the effort that Sam Goodman did, because that was easily one of the best performances by an Australian in the world title fight this year.
Yeah.
Right? A losing performance. I mean, that's better than what Tim Zoo's done all bloody year.
Yeah, better than what Kambosos has done.
Exactly.
In
better
several
than what
fights.
Kambosos has done. Exactly. So better than the defenses that bloody Jai Pataya's put on. He's fought nothing but fucking bums.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, so, Sam Goodman has proven that he's at the level and can hang with the champions. But, again, I think Nick Ball's height saves Sam, because if he done that against a taller man, he probably would have got belted. So,
well, the question now is, how would you? Well, I don't. Here's the thing. I'm not going to say we might not see a rematch, and the reason why is it's still. Well, here's the thing. It's still political mumbo jumbo in the division, and if Nick Ball, despite the fact that there's 8 champions, You know, like it's the politics are weird right now with 126. They're really weird right now. So but if there's a rematch, how do you think it would go? Do you think Sam has? Do you think that Nick would make better adjustments or Sam would make better adjustments?
I actually think Sam would make better adjustments. So I think Sam would go back, look at the tape, realise the dominating factor he had in round 2, where he just worked off the jab and just belted Nick Ball's eye in. And go, I'm just going to do that for the rest of the fight, because Sam's height and reach is going to be the advantage every single time. Because it doesn't matter how good of a fighter Nick Ball is. He's only 5'2". All you have to do is step back half an inch, because Sam had it down pat. He was stepping back that half an inch and bang. Yeah. Just throwing that left jab in Nick Ball's eye all bloody night. That's all you need to do to beat him. Yeah. So, I mean, for a little guy, for someone who's 5'2", he's a bloody good fighter.
Yeah, he's explosive. He uses his height very well to get in on the inside.
Yeah, considering that how much bigger these guys are, I mean, Nick Ball's, you got to give him credit. So.
Yeah, he's always going to be the smaller fighter going in there. I mean, as far as being shorter.
But he's a stocky little bastard.
Yeah.
You see how filled out he is he's a stocky little prick.
Yeah. And when he fought Ray Vargas last March, Ray Vargas is 6 feet tall.
Bullshit.
Yes, he is at 100 and at 126. Yes, he is. But let me see.
What's he, the bloody Sebastian Fendor?
He's listed at 5'10".
What's he, the Sebastian Fendor of the division, is he?
Yeah. When you see him in there, he's very long and lanky up in there.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Well, I remember Brock Jarvis fought at featherweight at one point. Yeah. He's about the same height. Yeah.
So, all right, closing thoughts?
Well, Sam should be happy with the performance that he's put on. Did he get screwed on the cards? Well, yes, I think he did, because those cards did not reflect the effort and the closeness of the fight. So they pissed all over the poor bastard's effort, and that's a fucking disgrace.
And the sad part, and you really hit it on the head when you were saying when people look at the cards, they're going to see that 118, 110, and 117, 111, and we're talking about, let's say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years from now, people are going to say, oh, Nick Ball just ran through him. What's that 115, 113? But the other two judges had it so far, so they're going to think that 115, 113 guy was wrong when he was really the right one.
Exactly. I mean, not even in years to come. In a year, people are going to look back and go, oh, that's right, Nick Ball kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So that's why you've got to watch the tapes, people. Don't go off by what the cards say. Go and watch the tapes. That will show what sort of fight it was. It was a good performance by Sam. He should be proud of himself. And hopefully it leads to better things, but I mean, the 126 division is pretty weak, and it's a political landmine. So I don't know, but
well, I mean, hopefully, they, to try to combat those bad cards, they keep Sam active, because if he goes inactive, or goes behind and fights some bullshit fight behind some paywall on pay-per-view that nobody's going to watch, then what you said was going to happen is going to happen. People are going to forget about the performance that he put on against Nick Ball.
Exactly. So I noticed that on this is sort of off topic. I noticed that the IBF welterweight crown is up between two Poms in a rematch. Is that right? Did I see that on the zone?
From my
understanding,
I can't remember their
names. And Parros, if he wins this, beats this French bloke, is going to be the number one contender for that winner of that fight. Is that right?
Believe so. Let me see here. Yeah, Parros' fight's already been announced, right?
Yeah, Parros fighting some French bloke whose name I can't fucking remember.
Okay.
For the number one contendership for the belt that the two, are they both Poms?
Do not know. I don't even know the guy he's fighting. I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, well, they said on the zone that the welterweight title's up in September sometime in a rematch between two blokes. I don't know. I think it's two Pommy fellas. But anyway, so that's the next world title fight that might happen end of the year, start of next year.
All right, well, we will be checking that out. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. You can follow Big J at Old Mate Big J on Twitter and also on Instagram. And I'll see you guys later.